Holy shit. That Rebirth trailer, man. That Rebirth trailer. There it is. Oh my god, that thumbnail, dude. The way that at the end it was all the stuff from Remake, though, but different and... Okay, hold on. We gotta have a look. We gotta watch this back. We gotta have a look at this. So we've got... That's fucking Merle. And this is Zack with Cloud. This is Terrier timeline. No, wait, that's her, isn't it? It's not... That wasn't Marl. That's fucking, Aerith's mother. Fucking, what's her name?
That's what everyone's saying.
Get the fuck out of my house. The world will be saved, but will you?
Sky, I don't like it.
Ready to fire, sir. Welcome.
They've got so much more CGI in this game, which is really cool. You got Rufus firing the cannon at Junon. You've got the classic, the parade. Junon looks really cool, which is really weird because I thought when we saw Junon in Reunion, that would be how it would look, but this looks way different. Quite cool, actually. Was that Meteor, or was that the worlds merging? Oh wait, this? Is that what we're saying? Oh yeah, I don't know what that is.
Ready to fire,
yeah,
sir.
that might maybe. What's this? Where is this? Gongaga? Does Gongaga look like this? I don't remember what Gongaga looks like. Oh, this is the reactor. This is the reactor. Oh yeah. Of course, this is Gongaga. Yeah. That makes a ton of sense. Cosmo Canyon. You got the thing here. Got the bridge going in. We've got... This is just outside Junon, I think. Because you got, the
planet runs out of energy.
Thing here.
It and everything on it dies.
Am I even human?
Just before Genesis shows up. Epic style. Ooh. Kate Sith, let's go! Who's voicing Kate Sith? Because he sounds just like Kate Sith from Dirge, to be honest with you. But can I jump? If I had to guess, I would say no. But let's keep going.
Sephiroth.
The buggy? Wait, I want to go back and see Kate Sith. Drop kick. He's got drop kick.
So you heeded the call too, did?
And he seems like he fights not with the thing at all times. So he's not going to always be on the Moogle.
So you heeded the call too, did you?
With the buggy, brake, accelerate. Oh my god, dude. Why were Cloud and Sephiroth fighting together while Cloud has the Buster Sword? Nibelheim flashback. That looks quite cool. Where is this? Oh, Costa del Sol, right? Yeah, of course.
They're our best chance of finding Sephiroth.
Who is this? The Doctor in Medial? Is this when Cloud... It can't be, but it can't be after. It can't be... We've got to be going to Medial super early. This can't be after Cloud. No. This can't be after that. This can't be after Northern Crater. This has got to be, we go to Medial super early in the story. Because this can't be wheelchair Cloud, because he's not even in a wheelchair here, so. Kate Sith and Aerith team up.
On me.
Yeah, this is the Nibelheim flashback. This is in, this is in Mount Nibel, because he's got both shoulder pads on here too. Yeah, the big snake, big guy's Zolan, yeah. Because this is the Materia Keeper fight in the caves in Mount Nibel after you fall off the bridge. We've got Alexander. It looks like you get more control over... Wait, is that more control over summons? Or something? I mean, you had control over summons and their abilities in Remake. It's just you've got this little Materia slot icon here. Could you... Oh, yeah. And then you got Gold Saucer. And this is CG as well. That's cool. You got, what's his fucking name from Honeybee Inn? Is it the Gold Saucer? That's fun. You got Yuffie all dressed up. This guy. Chocobo Races. This little mini game. That's fun. The bike mini game. G-Bike. Here you got Kyrie.
Excuse me.
And this is Zack dropping off Cloud with Kyrie. Andrea, yeah, Andrea. That's crazy. So that's what he does. So we're actually going to be flashing back. So we're going to be flashing back to before intermission with Zack. Because we're going to have... So we're going to have... Zack is going to be taking Cloud, dropping it off with Kyrie. So Cloud's going to become one of the kids that are alright. And then Zack is going to go off to Aerith's church, you would think, right? Because he's all cleaned up too in the intermission post-credits. So, yeah, it must be like a while after this, right? And you got this guy, which, is it Glenn? Who is this? He's wearing the hood and shit. Is that them setting up like fucking... setting up like Omega? Are they swimming around in Mako here? Is this like... Do they fall into the live stream early on? Yeah, it must be the weapons. But does this look like a weapon to you? I don't know. Like where... Yeah, like where is Tifa here? What's going on? Where is this? Where is that? Because the weapons don't come out till right towards the end. Ish, relatively speaking. Tifa seems like she's in like a sea of Mako here. Or is it just like an underwater... What is this, Link? What is this? Second title of a trilogy and covers between the start of the journey outside Midgard to the midpoint of the original Final Fantasy VII. What's the midpoint? Because it's not the end of Disc 1, right? Let's, Final Fantasy VII full game. Let's just have a look at, like, if we were to look at a whole game, like a long play, what would the dead center be? Okay, well that can't be it. Wait, really? Really? Are we saying the end of Disc 1? That's wild. That doesn't even feel right proportionally. That feels so wrong. I don't know. I guess pure story. The midpoint is the end of Disc 1? This is also the same. Midpoint here is end of Disc 1. Fuck. Maybe they do end it at... Maybe they do end it at Forgotten City? Really? That seems mental, though. So then part 3 is everything Disc 2 and 3. I mean, I guess so. Yeah, they didn't reveal Sid. Oh, that's weird. If that's okay, let's keep going with the trailer real quick. So this is Vincent.
My slum.
His design, we can see parts of it. You can see he's got like these. Yeah, he's got that like armor on his legs here. His red cape, the silhouette is very Vincent.
Just wanted to do a small interjection here while I'm editing. There's also a little shot you can see just as he jumps out of his coffin that gets a good look at the front of him, where you can sort of see part of his, I guess, part of his claws, which you have the gold on them. Then you can see like the front of him, which is the pure black with his cloak thing over the top, which looks very Vincent. It looks very authentic and faithful to the original version of him, which I think is really nice. The only thing that there is here is there's these sort of orange stripes that are going across the left side of his cloak. And to be fair, I do think they continue over the other side, but when it's in proper light, it just adds texture, whereas when it's in the dark, it looks like a weird orange pattern. I'm not sure how this is going to look until we see it in like full proper, like a proper shot. It's too early to judge, but something interesting to point out there. So is this... Wait, when you meet Vincent before you meet Sid? Because Kate Sith is here, yeah, and Sid's not here. Sid's the last one you meet, right? Interesting they've changed how this... What's going on out here? Is that even Nibelheim? It has to be, right? It just doesn't look like it. It looks like... this reminds me of the Forgotten Temple, the dungeon you do there. That's what it reminds me of. But... that might be just the angle, and it's just confusing me a little bit. Holy shit, giant Sephiroth with his wing. Okay, let's see this ending bit. So this is literally the stuff we saw in remake. This is all remake. That's not though. This is all, or maybe this is part of their recap. Maybe this is part of their like cinematic recap for the beginning of the game or something. Because you've got that shot, because that's a shot from remake, but it's CGI. You got all the whispers here. Yeah, this looks like it's probably just the remake, the recap for remake. Yeah, I think that might be what that is. I think that's the recap. Yeah, available worldwide February 29th, 2024 on 2 discs.
Who dares disturb my slumber?
His voice sounds about what I expected.
It's upon us. The reunion. When worlds merge.
When worlds merge. When worlds merge.
I'm waiting.
It's a reunion of memories. It's a reunion of worlds. They're doing... That was so much. And look, this is going to be so fun. I can't wait to play this. It's going to be so fun. Even if it doesn't end up going the way that I want, or even if there's issues I have with it, like, I'm still gonna have fun with it nonetheless. And then I'll spend the next few years shitting on it. But that'll be great. Sephiroth wants the worlds to merge. It seems so, yeah. Which means there must be the two worlds. So the idea of the worlds merging, that theory, is actually part of the story, but they're not merged yet. They're still separate. So you've still got Terrier timeline and Beagle timeline, but they're going to, or Sephiroth wants the worlds to merge. For what reason, though? I don't know. Oh, that's cool with it being vertical like that. I like that. It's an interesting box art, honestly. It is actually a really interesting box art to use for it to be Cloud, Zack, and Sephiroth. And you know, the interesting thing about this trailer is the whole thing, despite some minor changes, they're doing that thing again where it just feels like the OG. But I know when we play the game, it's not going to be the OG. Like, when we play the game, it's going to be more of this stuff than it is going to be, you know, this stuff. Like, there are so many cool elements to this trailer. It's a really good trailer, let's be honest. It is a really good trailer. But they're baiting us hard. They're baiting us hard because we're going to play this game and there's no way it's going to follow the OG. Otherwise, what would be like the thematic significance of destroying Fate at the end of Remake? What would be the point of that? I'm bat-chesting a lot, bro. I'm bat-chesting a lot. Oh boy, I have so many feelings. There's so much here. Oh, God. This is mental. Cloud has got a different outfit on, and he's riding a Segway in Costa del Sol.
Little get.
So you can fly. You can glide/fly on these chocobos.
Are having a little get together.
And you've got Costa del Sol here. You've got the battleship, the ship in the background. Bottom right, the distance traveled, 1,325 meters. That must be a mini game or something. Which is to tie in the first soldier stuff. Yeah, I'm interested to see how it works too. Final Fantasy VII, man. Got the buggy.
What are you talking about?
And just going across the big open world area. Which I have to assume, this is my reading of this, right? Based on nothing. But I think the open world is several smaller open spaces that are seamlessly connected by choke points, whether that be dungeons or towns. That's the read that I've got on this, is that the whole world is seamlessly connected, but you navigate it through choke points. So it's still linear, but with the linearity, there's open segments. So I imagine it's almost like Tomb Raider 2013, but more open. In the, like, so you leave the Mithril Mines, right? And you're in this open space just outside of Junon. And then you go to Junon, and that's a choke point. So you've got a giant open world that exists between two choke points, being Mithril Mines and Junon. And in between that, you've got a giant open space. You go through Junon, you come out the other side. Oh, well, you wouldn't come out the other side, would you? Because you would go across the sea to Costa del Sol. And then you've got another open space that will take you to the next location you visit, which would be, what, Corral? That, to me, makes sense, and that's how it's going to be navigated. And I think it'll be seamless. I don't think you're going to have load screens or fast travels like 16 or like 14, for example. I think it's going to be seamless. Other than, I guess, you load into, like, the choke points, like, well, yeah. Well, maybe not, actually. No, actually, maybe not. Maybe you go through into, so like, when you go into the Mithril Mines, for example, there's, like, you shimmy through a gap or something, and while it's loading, but I think it'll still be seamless. That's what I'm imagining it'll be like. Because the way you navigate Midgar in Final Fantasy VII Remake, there's never a loading screen, other than when you go to the Shimra Tower and you do linear sections like that. But as you explore Midgar, it's all just, you go from place to place. You never have to load. And if you do, it's hidden. I think that's what this game's going to be. I do think that's what this game's going to be. Hamaguchi says over 100-hour game. Holy shit. That's mental. Dude, this game's going to be wild. I'm interested to see how everything plays out and how they deal with the narrative aspect more than anything. The combat, though, is going to be great, I would think. Because it's just... Remake had great combat. This has the same combat, but you've got the synergies and the team attacks and stuff like that. and all of those elements. So combat is going to be a solid win, I would think. It just depends on everything else as to whether I'm going to actually like enjoy it. I don't know. The weird thing is, from this trailer, but they're baiting me, man. They're just fucking baiting me. But it's like, this trailer looks better. Like, I like watching this trailer, I'm like, this looks better than Remake. But fuck. I have to play it. What I have to do is I have to play it and I have to be let down. That's what I have to do. That's the only way I'm gonna reconcile with this. I have to play it and I have to realize that I still feel the same way that I felt with Remake after playing the OG.
Monsters. Am I even?
Monsters. Genesis. This is just before Genesis shows up, dude. Just before Genesis flies in the room.
You heeded the call too, did you? What are you talking about? As you can see, your brothers down there are having a little get-together. They're our best chance of finding...
Your brothers? Is that Hojo talking about these guys? Was that Hojo? Was it not Kate Sith speaking? No, why would Kate Sith say your brothers? What?
As you can see, your brothers down there are having a little get-together.
That's an American accent. That's not Kate Sith. Are you guys insane? That is Hojo. Yeah, that's Hojo. Yeah. God, I got really worried there. Everyone was about to gaslight me.
You heeded the call too, did you?
See, I don't... Is that Hojo as well? You heeded the call too? Yeah, no, it is.
So you heeded the call too, did you? What are you talking about? As you can see, your brothers down there.
No, that doesn't sound like Hojo. That first bit doesn't sound like Hojo. The second does, though.
So you heeded the call too, did you?
That doesn't sound like Hojo to me. I don't know. It might be, though. Yeah, it sounds like a sentence. It sounds like, yeah, so you heeded the call too, did you? What do you mean? Your brothers down there are having a little get-together talking about the other failed experiments. Yeah, it must be. It just didn't sound like him.
On me.
Was that Nibelheim? Is this Mount Nibel? It is, right? Aerith's in Medial? Wait, where?
Yeah. I am.
Oh, yeah, Aerith is in Medial. Yeah, so this has to be early on. No, this has to be early on. Because, look, also, it's obviously early on, too. Like, it is obviously early on. Like, they've already said we visit locations in different orders. Medial, you don't go to Medial for so long in the game. And, like, Cloud is fine here. Yeah, no. They definitely haven't... Yeah, no. They definitely haven't spoiled that in the trailer. This is definitely... You go to Medial early on, and then maybe you come back to Medial later, rather than it just being a thing that happens at the end. You come to Medial early on, and then later on, after the Mako poisoning, then you come back to Medial, and that's where you find Cloud. Back with this Doctor again, who's become a major character in Final Fantasy VII, because he's been characterized through a 3-hour chapter. And you come back to Medial at the end, and you're like, oh my god, it's the Doctor. I love the Doctor character. He's so good.
I ask because I suspect there's soldiers suffering from cellular degradation.
Do not be deceived.
And that's how he knows. It's setup. It's Chekhov's Medial Doctor knowing about the soldiers and their degradation. Because that's so then he knows how to treat Cloud. Outfit. Yeah, I think we've gleaned everything we can from these trailers, honestly. I mean, there's probably more, like, you know, deep cut things, but...
A weapon?
Tutelary creatures.
Oh yeah, it is the weapon. She literally says a weapon. They're talking about... And Red 13 is still being an exposition dumper as well. Like, he knows everything about the world that there is to exist. Man. Yeah, Red is doing his thing again, where he's just being like, oh, I know everything there is to know about this world, and my arc is not going to be the same as it was in the OG, so it's going to be shit. Yeah, maybe they are saving it for part 3, because maybe what'll happen is, like, I guess this game's setup, this game's, like, the way that you explore the world in this game, means we're going to be but then how do you get Tiny Bronco? Surely Tiny Bronco's in this. I'm so exhausted. We need to do some draws here. I'm just like, so that trailer was, I mean, it was a really good trailer. I mean, you can't deny Square Enix know how to do their fucking marketing, because that was a sick trailer. Man, Final Fantasy VII, dude. Final Fantasy VII. Dude, it's gonna be fun no matter what. Like, I enjoy the process of Final Fantasy. Like, I I can separate my obvious, like, genuine critiques from the fun of it all. Because, look, it is fun. I wouldn't sit here speculating and fucking talking about it if it wasn't great fun. It doesn't mean it's necessarily going to be good. And look, I'm not going to look back on it in, like, 10 years and be like, God, that was one of the greatest games I've ever played. But it's going to be fun to play and fun to speculate and, like, do all that shit. It's fun. It is fun. Like, I don't sit here speculating about Final Fantasy VII and then be like, God, I hate that I'm doing this. I'm having fun doing it. Even though it sucks, like, it's fun. It's the same reason I love playing Crisis Core. Like, Crisis Core is a piece of shit, but I love playing it because it's just, I don't know, I like having fun. Hello everyone, this time we made a trailer to show the great variety in the game world, so please take a look. We're getting ready to offer test play and a stage show at TGS next week. Look forward to seeing that too. Keep supporting us. Keep supporting us. Mr. President, are we really going to do this? All to destroy a group with only a few members. Wait, yeah. In the OG, there was no, like, bigger avalanche, was there? I always forget about that. Man, I love Kingdom Hearts. If that's one franchise I love to its core, unironically just love it, it's Kingdom Hearts. Isn't Matt Mercer... I mean, he did a few things, didn't he? He did a few things.
Dares disturb my slumber.
It does? Yeah? Wait, hang on.
Who dares disturb my slumber?
Yeah, dude, I think it is, right? Because Matt Mercer's also fucking Espio in Sonic. And, isn't he fucking, what's his name? In Persona? Yusuke? He's Yusuke, right? Matt Mercer? It does sound like him, to be fair. Like, if I listen to that and I'm like, if I'm listening for Espio, I can hear it. If I'm listening for Yusuke, I can hear it as well. Today's State of Play included a brand new look at Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. The trailer surely will delight both long-time world outside Midgard. The trailer will glimpses of new party members, sprawling open areas to explore and reimagining some of the iconic moments from the original game. Rather than leave you speculating, key staff on the game have joined us to share not only more insight into the trailer, but also additional gameplay details about the game. We've also added skill trees, and as a new element of character growth, you can unlock synergy abilities through skill trees too. Many new materia with new abilities not seen in the first game are available as well, so players have more option to customize and build character loadouts to their own taste. The original party members are all present in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, the previous title, Final Fantasy VII Remake. Red 13 became a company member in the second half of the game, but became official party member in Rebirth. Similarly, there are characters who accompany the members of Final Fantasy Rebirth that become official party members in the next title. Wait, so Vincent is not going to be playable, is what they're saying. Or maybe it just means Sid. Maybe it just means Sid. Maybe it just means Sid. I think Vincent will be playable, right? Sid won't be playable, but will be in the next one. Because they need to keep some things for the next one, don't they? They need to keep something. But is Sid enough, or are they going to hold on to Vincent too? Because Kate Sith is playable and Red 13 is playable. Extended side content based on a summon who did not feature in the original Final Fantasy VII. Oh, Fenrir. As Final Fantasy VII Rebirth would take players to various locations across the world, we needed to recreate the massive Final Fantasy VII world map that would also incorporate places such as towns and dungeons within itself. To do this, we dug deeply into the feeling of each different region and reflected that in the graphics, creating areas that look and feel quite diverse. On top of that, we designed chocobos unique to each region that all have their own abilities, e.g. mountain chocobos that can climb sheer cliffs, and sky chocobos that can fly, etc. Players will need to utilize their chocobos fully to explore each area. So it is very, that is interesting. That is very, like, Metroidvania-esque, so as you get new chocobos, you can go back to other areas where you didn't have that type of chocobo and explore it in different ways. That makes a lot of sense. Not mad about that. Unless you're on Cloud 9. Well, I'm on Cloud 7, so... As previous game, we've strived for the right balance between old and new scenes in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, but we've also tried to take on new challenges within Final Fantasy VII Remake with some of the new scenes. I'm confident these new scenes will be wildly enjoyable for fans and newcomers alike. What is the function of the world map? The world map is vast and expansive, so not all of the locations on it will be used in the main story alone. In fact, volume-wise, the amount of side content in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is nearly double that of the main quest content. Players who want to enjoy Final Fantasy VII's setting on an even deeper level can explore all the corners of the world, discovering many different and exciting experiences, such as new stories, battles, and mini-games to play, and will also be possible to return to any of the regions in the world after the main quest moves on from that area, so you don't have to worry about leaving things behind or unfinished. Interesting. That is interesting. I wonder if that means there'll be a ton of new places that they'll just add in for Remake alone, or whether that means will there be new entirely new places. On paper, it already sounds better than 16. Yeah, I mean, I agree. It depends how it's executed, because I mean, the open world So I guess that you will have these new locations that are all sort of seamlessly just integrated into this open world in a way that, yeah, is divided up. I don't think it's horribly executed. I will always prefer the overworld system. I think it's just objectively a better system that conveys scale in a much better way without being, like, cumbersome and, like, irritating and dragging the game down. But if you're going to do it, this is better than, like, I prefer this system to 16 in that how it's done. And what I will assume is it's a linear progression through open areas that will open up significantly depending on the things that you have at the time, such as your chocobos. But then part 3 is where you'll get to explore it at your own discretion wherever you want because you'll have the airship, is what I imagine will be the case. Yeah, let's keep going. Final Fantasy VII Remake Project will be a trilogy, that each entry will be a standalone game in its own right. Because of this, each game's balancing is done independently, and a player's levels and abilities will not carry over from one game to the next. However, we have created some special bonuses for fans who played the previous game, allowing them to start with a little extra something. Oh, okay. 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 Soundtrack. The world of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is much larger than Final Fantasy VII Remake. Because of this, the team has created a variety of new music to go alongside that. We've also expanded the variety of musical genres this time around, so I think there'll be plenty to enjoy. Of course, we also have many reimagined rearrangements of classic tracks from the original Final Fantasy VII too, so I hope fans will enjoy comparing both iterations of the same song to see what has changed. For example, the music in newly released trailer is a rearrangement of Final Fantasy VII main theme as a battle music track that gives you a taste of the direction the team has decided to take the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Okay. There was a scene in Final Fantasy. There was a scene with Cloud and Sephiroth fighting together, but will the player get to control Sephiroth in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth? If you play the original Final Fantasy VII, I'm sure you can guess which scene I'm talking about. You'll be able to control Sephiroth in the same scene in this title as you did in the original. Wait, what? What does that mean? You can't control Sephiroth in the original. What? Am I losing my mind? You don't control Sephiroth in the original. He's in your party, but you don't control him. He's automatic. Final Fantasy Remake showed the story up until the escape from Midgard, but at what point does Final Fantasy Rebirth take us to? We've mentioned this a few times, but the order in which you can explore the locations is not the same as the original Final Fantasy VII. There are some shifts in the order. For example, Wutai, one of the major locations, is not part of the route in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and will be visited in the next one. Although there are some changes in the order of the locations depicted in this title will extend up to the Forgotten Capital. The greatest fate of Final Fantasy VII awaits you. What? Where the greatest fate of Final Fantasy VII awaits you? Oh my god. Oh my god, what? Wait, let's look at this. Oh my god, another fucking article. We gotta go through this article. Oh yeah, do you reckon these are these? Well, this is from... This is when he's speaking to Kate Sith. Is this his confrontation with Dyne? Maybe. Where's this? Is this in the trailer at all? Is this Gold Saucer? Is this Gold Saucer Date? Yeah, right, yeah. Tifa's Gold Saucer Date, that makes sense. This is the flashback, the recap for Remake. Oh, we don't get a picture for Red. Why do we not get a picture for Red? It's just Red. We don't get a picture, we don't get a screenshot for Red. Read what Red's description is? Okay. Now, Red 13 is a beast with a flaming tail, crimson fur, deadly claws, and the ability to speak. Cloud and company help him escape Professor Hojo's clutches, and he decides to join them on the journey. His species is known for their long lifespans, and he is no exception. As this Cosmo Canyon's native is the eldest... Wait, as this Cosmo Canyon native is the eldest member of the party, he offers its members words of wisdom from time to time. He's... Yeah, he is the eldest member of the party, but that's, like, the point is that he's actually young, right? Like, that's the point of Red 13? Is, yeah, he's old and he has, like, his lifespan is a lot, but he's technically a kid. He shouldn't be offering words of wisdom. I hate that change to Red, because he's supposed, like, his whole arc is one of the best in the game, if not the best in the game. And taking that away from him just so he can be this wise Gandalf man who spouts exposition is such a shame. Even Kate Sith gets a fucking picture. The Royal Appearance also belies access to a surprising amount of insider Shinra intel. I wonder why. Who's atop his big Moogle Pal, one of Gold Source's most popular mascots. As well as fortune telling, a service he offers clouds and friends. A feline-shaped robot. Oh, why have they done that? That's so weird. Oh, maybe you're supposed to know it's a robot in the OG, but you don't, right? Like, you are like, I don't think it being a robot is ever a secret, is it? Because it's a fortune-telling thing. But as, yeah. Cool. Okay, Zach Fair. Zach may have worked with Sephiroth as Soldier First Class, but he trained under a different operator. And it is from this man that he both learned to take pride in his work and receive his iconic Buster Sword. After a grueling battle in which he overcomes the odds and cheats death, Zack returns to Midgar where he hopes to see his love Aerith with a Mako poisoning cloud in tow. It's so, like, weirdly close to spoiling it that it's like, I'm like, oh god, I'm so worried. Sky Chocobos here. You got the mountain Chocobos, so they go up things. You got Sky Chocobos that do the flying. You take your friends in a buggy and ride through the wastelands, or do some seaside sightseeing aboard a wheelie. I mean, a Segway. Red riding a Chocobo. Yeah, I thought that was, that is funny, yeah. To balance yourself, tour the town at your own pace, or while taking in the beautiful scenery of this land of eternal summer. Mini game. We've got G-Bike coming back, having a return. Of course, makes a lot of sense. They weren't just going to not bring that back again. It's a mechanic they very much loved in Remake. Hey, look! Tessellation! Memories? You got this. These minigames honestly look really fucking fun. Yeah, these minigames look cool. I reckon the Gold Source is going to be good fun. Battle system, yeah, we already know the battle system. We know how it works. It's the same, except you've got your synergy abilities, but you've also got your synergy abilities, but you've also got, like, I don't know what they're even called. They're different to bits and to pieces. Oh, this is from... That's not from the trailer. But that's Cosmo Canyon. That's... Aerith looks so weird there. But this is from... Yeah, it's from Cosmo Canyon, the Bugenhagen scene. This is... On the boat? To Costa del Sol? Bunch of different versions of the game. That's crazy how many versions there are. I can't wait till we get to see Vincent from the front. He looks good, I think. From what we've seen, I think he looks cool. I mean, all the remake designs look cool, don't they, really, at the end of the day? I can't wait to see him from the front. I can't wait to see him with his fucking guns. I can't wait. Now I just need a remake of Dirge of Cerberus. My favorite game. I can't wait. Cool. I mean, overall, great trailer, though. Very good trailer. It got me pogging. It got the pogs out of me, I will say. But yeah, cool. Cool gaming. Alright, let's bring back Ever Crisis.